Namah Shivaya Sapesaya Bhutale Himate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Sutinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Chinyavadi Satyadeshatarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasa Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Prabhupada ki jai. Please. Started, Roji, always on, na? Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees in the session of morning, Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto. It is a special project work of me for the Bhakti Vaibhava course. So I'm very thankful to you for to attend this session. Today's topic is that how to tolerance the anger based on the examples of Lord Shiva and Daksha. So nowadays everyone have so involved and sudden anger. Everyone experiences in our daily activities. So how many of you have experienced anger recently? Most of everyone, we are in with emotion always. So as per the Srimad Bhagavatam, how dangerous it will be, anger will be. So how we can control it, and by the example of Lord Shiva, we can go through this session, how Lord Shiva controlled his anger, So why anger is so dangerous? How the anger arises in us? In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Kamesha, Krodhesha, Rajoguna Samudbhava, Mahashanu Mahapapma, Vidyena Mihavairinam. So Krishna says, Arjuna, this anger is born in contact with the material mode of passion. Later, it transfers into anger, and which is all devouring sinful enemy of this world. So here, let's transfer this into anger. Kamesha, Krodesha. When desires are frustrated, the anger will arise. We can experience that. When we expect certain outcomes or demand respect from others, and it is denied, anger arises. Anger clouds judgment, disturb peace of mind, and leads to sinful or regretful action. Uh, Krishna calls anger as an enemy, Vairi, Shatru, because it destroys our relations materially and stop the spiritual progress also. So it is a real enemy inside of us. So what are the common manifestation of anger? How it's coming out? Mostly in the beginning, harsh words and uh, criticisms, retaliation of the action, whatever they did, we want to retaliate immediately, and internal resentment. These common material manifestation of anger is, and we are shouting with harsh words. Explain how anger is uh, here explained in Srimad Bhagavad Gita explained how anger is one of the six inner enemies. Calm, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mada, Matsarya. If anger is left uncontrolled, it leads to Buddhinasha, loss of intelligence, and Vinasha, complete destruction of spiritual downfalls, uh, and a disturbance in our relationship with our whatever relations we have is going to disturb. So in here, uh, we can analyze how Lord Shiva and Daksha uh, in the activity of Daksha, how Lord Shiva tolerate his anger, how he tolerates Daksha's hard words. To understand how to control and cultivate tolerance, we can get the wisdom of Srimad Bhagavatam. Uh, how it's happened, how the story happened. Lord Shiva, he is the one of the powerful demigod or powerful personality. When he was insulted by Daksha. Daksha's pride and Lord Shiva's forgiveness offer the practical example of how to remain composed under any circumstance, under whatever provocation they did. This story will help to understand the root cause of anger and why tolerance is a sign of spiritual strength, how to forgive even when does wrong things. Daksha, as one of the Prajapati, was very proud of his elevated position in the universe. Once during a grand sacrificial assembly organized by Lord Brahma, all the demigods and stages assembled, and Daksha welcomes all except Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was sitting and absorbed in the deep meditation in Krishna, on Krishna. He was a pure devotee. So he is samam sarveshu bhuteshu. So when so Lord Shiva is not respecting him properly in a materialistic way. He understood Lord Shiva in a materialistic way that he is my son-in-law, so he should have respect me, to get up and welcome me like that. But Lord Shiva was a pure devotee and one of the chief demigod also. And ultimately, he was a uh, Lord Krishna's pure devotee. So he is very equal to everyone. He is not in the position of the material views. So this kind of behavior, Daksha misinterpreted Lord Shiva's silence as disrespected and insulting him publicly. And he started to shout. Here we already told that how it's coming out with harsh words. Now Daksha uh, Daksha showed his harsh words as like that. Look at this man. He's he insulted. He sits like a madman without showing any respect to me. He I am the father-in-law of him. He roams amongst ghosts and spirits. How could my doctor be married such a person? He don't even consider that his daughter Sati. Uh, he started to use a harsh word against him. Uh, so Daksha's anger was rooted in his false ego. He expected respect and was offended when it was denied. Uh, now, what is the response of Lord Shiva? In that assembly, many people enjoyed such uh, harsh words of Daksha against Lord Shiva. Even some of the rishis also. They are all materialistic way of bodily concept. So someone laughed on it, someone enjoyed it in different way, and some people just left away from the assembly. Now, what is the response from Lord Shiva side? As a devotee, Lord Shiva remained silent. He was calm and very serene mood. He neither argued nor retaliated. Srila Prabhupada explains that Lord Shiva was unaffected because he was beyond false ego and pride. So, if a person is capable to retaliate and he is not retaliate, that means he is very high elevated position. If he is capable, he can destroy that time also. That when Daksha was started to insult him, he can destruct everything on that time. As a devotee, uh, he Lord Shiva tolerant everything. One of the great quality of a devotee, tolerant everything, and especially he knows that it is a yajna mandapa. Yajna mandapa is why yajnas are doing to satisfy Lord Hari ultimately. He knows that, so he don't want to interrupt, destroyed such pious activity. That is why he became silent. So here silence is a sign of strength, not weakness. A weak person can silent, he automatically will silent because he cannot do anything. But here Shiva can do retaliate. Even he is capable to retaliate. He is not doing mainly because he was a devotee, he is a tolerant, and another thing is this arena was the sacrificial arena for Lord Vishnu. Lord Shiva quietly left the assembly to avoid escalating the conflict. So, Shastra says that wherever you are not getting proper invitation, I cannot go there. It made me feel insulted. That's like Lord Shiva quietly left the assembly to avoid more problem. Then he thought that Daksha will be peaceful without his presence, and he will start his yajna for the Lord Hari. So now, what is the Sadi's reaction? Sadi could not tolerate the insult to her husband. Normally, a chaste wife cannot tolerate the insult of her husband because for her, husband is the uh, husband is like God himself. Uh, so she, in a deep pain, she condemned her father's words. Uh, Even Lord Shiva forbade her to go to the sacrificial arena without any invitation. He didn't even told her that his her father has been insulted him, that he left. That is why he left, because he don't want make Sadi to be in a grief situation. So he didn't say. He's told her that don't go. You will be not uh, received that properly. He forbade her, but she didn't understand. As a womanly uh, uh, womanly attitude, she saw that many of the women are going with their husband in a uh, decorated uh, flights, yeah, whatever they used to work the transportation. It was looked like a festival. So she thought that is going on my father's home, so I have to go. So as per the scriptures, one can go the guru's house, your own house, your friend's house without any invitation. So she asked the permission to go to the sacrificial arena, but Shiva forbade, even though she take along with some of the guards with her and went to a sacrificial arena. Now, when she came there, she was not properly received. So, in a deep pain, she condemned her father's offensive words, activities, and she don't want to keep that body which came from the Dachani. She was known as Dachani. So she don't want to keep that name and body anymore. That is why she entered the sacrificial fire and gave up her body. Uh, Sadi, it was not a suicide. Sadi knows that uh, body is a temporary, but Atma is permanent. She can take another body to worship Lord Shiva. So she don't want that Chinese name anymore and left her body in the sacrificial arena. Now the situation has changed. The destruction of all yajna will be happen. What happened when Lord Shiva heard Sadi's death? He sent a powerful form of his anger known as Veerabhadra to destroy the Char's yajna. Now Lord Shiva came to uh, in an anger because Sati, he was his wife, and she was a devotee of the Lord. It is his duty to protect her, but Shiva could not do that. Then now he wanted to uh, punish uh, Lord Shiva. Actually, it is not retaliation, it is the punishment. How the punishment can purify those person who convicted. Here, Veerabhadra entered the arena and beheaded Daksha. So the entire yajna was thrown into chaos. Now, after that, the stories goes, uh, he got the Lord Brahma's desire, and every demigod's desire that the yajna for the Lord Hari should be completed. So the Ejaman and the Cha has to give life, give another body and complete the Daksha Yajna. So he got the head of a goat and uh, restart the yajna. Now the Daksha, Brahmaji and the demigods pacified Lord Shiva. Now Lord Shiva forgave Daksha and restored his life, but Daksha was given a head of the god as he reminder of his arrogance. Lord Shiva willing to forgive despite being deeply wronged shows the power of humility and compassion. So the pure devotee's quality coming out here as humility and compassion in that wrongdoer, Daksha, or for Daksha, in that very uh, chaotic situation, uh, he could be stand there in a calm. There is a he tolerates everything, and on that toleration, his devotional qualities uh, came as humility and compassion to the Daksha. Uh, so the key lessons from this story is that Lord Shiva did not react immediately. Uh, Taking time to respond prevents escalation of his anger, and whatever pious yajna should have to happen uh, as a devotee of Lord Hari, he give a chance. But even though uh, it destroyed by his devotees, Virabhadra and his devotees, then he restored all the activities another time and given opportunity with all humility and compassion to him. So practical example we have before reacting, we can take a deep breath and control our emotion, chant Mahamandra. So we should not be react immediately when we get anger. Uh, Anger arises from mostly the mind, so we have to control the mind with the intelligence, because intelligence is above the mind. If the intelligence can control the mind, then immediate action will not come out. And uh, after that, by the help of intelligence, we can act as per the needs. That is happened here also. Now, understanding the nature of what is the materialist people, how they are acting. Lord Shiva knew Daksha's pride was due to the material conditioning. So materialist people could not realize what is happening exactly. So they are expecting respect from others, but it is not getting properly. They will their thoughts, their mind, everything leads to disappointment and getting the anger. Lord Shiva, as a devotee of the Lord, forgave even after the offense. Forgiveness brings a person an inner peace. That's a very good quality. Uh, Only a person who is strong enough can give the forgiveness to others. So holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting to the other person to suffer. That is a result of such anger. to holding such anger is like that drinking poison. But it can only possible for a devotee only. So what is we can recognize how and the anger arises, what is the root cause of the anger. And now we already explained that normally in the material world we can start ego hurt. When somebody hurt our ego, we are insulted by someone, we can get immediate anger and unfulfilled expectation. Whatever we want, our desire, our opinion will be take place. Otherwise, such unfulfilled expectation cause the anger, and our past negative experiences also cause anger. So now we can see that what are the practical techniques we can use for controlling our anger. We already explained that pause for before reacting. By the help of our intelligence, we can pause our mind, take a deep breath, and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, remember the Lord's feet. And another, shift our perspective, how we are looking it, why it is happened to me, even without any reaction also it's happening also, why it is, we can think that. So we should understand that Krishna is testing our tolerance. So it is a chance that we can tolerate and come up to the devotion towards the lotus feet of the Lord Krishna. And another is that silence, become silence at that time of anger. Speak only if necessary. If it is unnecessary, we are not supposed to speak. Silence is more powerful. If somebody start to use the harsh words against us, with the help of intelligence, we have to be silent. Then automatically that person is going to in a mute position. So silence is more powerful. And we have to do the daily spiritual practices like hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. By hearing Bhagavatam, purifies our heart, and engage in devotional service, like chanting, doing devotional service, keep engage the mind always in Krishna service. Thus, we can control our anger and increase the degree of our tolerance. Now, in Srimad Bhagavatam, we can get many examples how tolerance can be victory over the anger. Example of Ambarish Maharaj and Durvasa Maharaj. We all know that story, that how Ambarish Maharaj remained composed even when Durvasa Rishi cursed him. Even Ambarish Maharaj served and wait for him to serve in that condition. He was fasting whole year. So he tolerated everything and wanted to serve Durvasa Rishi, but Durvasa Rishi cursed him. What happened? he was remained calm and he was protected by the Lord. We all know that. So it is a sometimes it says an exam from the Lord's side also, how his devotees are so powerful in such tolerance and uh, forgave to others, and how compassionate he wanted to show. Thus, is revealed in Srimad Bhagavatam about how compassion, forgiveness, and tolerance can help the devotee to become uh, more affectionate towards the Lord. Now, some real example also we can see that now in our organization, many senior devotees who are very much calm and forgiveness, we can see that. So many managerial problems will be happen in the organization because all around the people, all around the world, people are devotees are here in a different situation, with different coming, different. So they exemplified senior devotees shows such kind examples how the tolerance and forgiveness uh, and how to control anger, even the people are provoked. Uh, we can see that nowadays, even the government in different countries also, they are very much provoking the devotees. Still, they are tolerating and completely surrender to the Lord. Now, the conclusion is that tolerance bring peace in our inside, and anger destroys devotional service and peace of mind and everything. And anger uh, can destroy our life also and relationship also, everything. So forgiveness is a sign of spiritual maturity. We can see that. So next time, whenever we feel angry, we can remember Lord Shiva's response, how Lord Shiva was so serene and calm. So it is the teachings and how he was compassionate to the person who offended him. And in such action, that person also became purified and he, uh, that person also purified. We can see in the story of the Daksha. Later, Daksha started to pray to the Lord Shiva and praise him about his quality, and he respected him. So in the same way, if we uh, tolerate our anger and compassion towards those people who are offended against us, and forgive them, later they can understand the value how we people, youth people, tolerate the anger and uh, uh, such a devotee of the Lord can do such thing. Its example are here. Uh, Now we can take the teachings of the Daksha, Lord Shiva's chatter from the fourth canto, and accept as a teaching in our life also. Hare Krishna. So here we are stopping. Thank you very much for hearing. If you have any questions, doubts on this subject, please you can ask. Hare Krishna.
Suraj Prabhu.
इस SSP है। हरे कृष्ण। नंदुलाल प्रभु है।
यस यस प्रभु जी, दंडोत प्रणाम।
दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी। हाउ आर यू प्रभु?
फाइन
यू
प्रभु
कैन
जी।
आंसर प्रभु जी। अगर आप हिंदी में भी पूछे कुछ। प्रश्न पूछो।
अ, हाँ प्रभु जी, गुस्सा कंट्रोल नहीं होता है प्रभु जी, वैष्णव अपराध से कैसे बचे और
हम्म,
वरिष्ठों का कैसे सम्मान करे, थोड़ा कृपा करिए।
अच्छा। सबसे पहले हम लोग गुरु परंपरा, शिष्य गुरु शिष्य परंपरा से है कि नहीं? तो सबसे पहले हम जितना भी टीचिंग्स गुरु शिष्य परंपरा से ही सीखा जाता है। तो हम पूर्ववर्ती आचार्य और भक्त किस प्रकार अपने जीवन में जीवन जिया है और किस प्रकार अपने जीवन में ये काम क्रोध लोभ मोह मद मात्सर्य से विमुक्त होकर अपने भक्ति में आगे बढ़ा है, ये हमारे जीवन में देख सकते हैं। ये सबसे प्रथम है। उससे अलावा हम लोग को शास्त्र में दिया हुआ एग्जाम्पल के आधार पर हम लोग उसको समझ सकते हैं। यहाँ पे बताया हुआ है हम लोग को कैसे किया जा सकता है। सबसे पहले तो बताया भगवान का भक्त बनने से भगवान का भक्त के अंदर सभी देवताओं का गुण आ जाता है ना? देवता का गुण मतलब काम क्रोध लोभ मोह मद मात्सर्य से परे होता है उन लोग। फिर भी भौतिक गुणों से युक्त होने के कारण थोड़ा तो रहता है। फिर भी भगवान का जब शुद्ध भक्त बन जाता है, हम देख सकते हैं अभी अम्बरीश महाराज जी का एग्जाम्पल बताया है, शिव जी का एग्जाम्पल बताया है। बुद्धि के द्वारा हम लोग विचार कर सकते हैं, मन को नियंत्रण कर सकता है। बताता है काम ऐसा क्रोध ऐसा रजोगुण समुद्र है, रजोगुण के कारण ही हम लोग काम क्रोध लोभ में आता है ज्यादा। तो क्या करता है, कम से कम डिवोटी को सतोगुण में रहने का प्रयत्न करना चाहिए। है, सतोगुण में रहने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए? सात्विक आहार विचार और एसोसिएशन, है ना? और भगवत भक्ति। भगवत भक्ति हालांकि तीन गुणों से परे है, उधर तो क्रोध तो बिल्कुल होगा नहीं है। एटलीस्ट हम लोग सतोगुण में रहने से हमें आ, ये क्रोध के नियंत्रण कर सकता है और सहिष्णुता आदि अच्छे गुणों को डेवलप कर सकता है। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
थैंक यू सो मच प्रभु जी, सुंदर, अच्छा
हरे
लगा
कृष्ण।
प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
So now we are stopping here. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.